I'm trying to unmute myself, and I think Casey's trying to too. So we're doing the same thing. Hello, everyone. I'm Ann with Andale Homestead.
Hey everyone, it is Casey over at Ormsby Farm, the Halfway Homestead.
Hey everybody, it's Monica at Bland's Promised Land Ranch. Now, you might have noticed Sandy's not here over here, right here. There's a little space for her though. So if you notice, if it's just us three, usually we have me in the middle, the box at the bottom. But right here, this space is open because Sandy will be here in just a little bit. She's running a little bit behind, just a scooch. So we're just going to keep that space open for her so she can join us in a few minutes. So tonight we're talking about what we're talking about making money on the homestead, but like a little more in depth. And I think that we've even gotten some, people have reached out to us and kind of asked some questions. And really, I think where we're at tonight is we've had this conversation before and we want to get a little deeper. We want to talk about it a little bit more because we have more time, but we also want you to be asking those questions that maybe you want to toss out there to get other people's advice. Because remember, if you're in the chat, it's not just about what we're saying, it's about what the chat's saying. So maybe we can interact and we can help you solve some of those problems that you're finding as you try to think of new ways to make money on the homestead. So we're here.
Also, can I just say also that it's so cool that y'all are reaching out to us and saying, hey, I love the show. Love watching it. Do y'all mind going a little in depth with this topic? Because I'm really, really interested.
Right.
That's what we want. We want you to hear what the week before, what our topic is, and say, you know what? I am really excited about that. I'm going to start writing my questions. But hey, Ann, hey, Monica.
Yeah.
Hey, Casey. Hey, Sandy. Would y'all just dig a little bit deeper than y'all normally would?
Yeah.
So we love that. But
we do. I've had a couple of people that have emailed me some controversial subjects, and
I like the controversy.
I'm scared to even invite the idea to Casey because he's all for it.
I love it. Well, just to let everybody know, this is our 4th week of the boot camp.
Yes.
We're having so much fun with y'all doing this in-depth boot camp.
Yeah, we are.
Before we get into the topic, Ann, will you say hello to all the wonderful people that we have in the chat?
Do that? Absolutely. I would love to do that. And Phil Beck from Virginia. Hey, darling. She was in earlier today. Penny Ortiz. She says, hey, Monica, and then hey, Ann, and hey, Sandy, and hey, Casey. She says it to everyone, which is fabulous. Thank you. Excuse me for popping in all of our chats. Well, how do, Prayer Mountain Rita? I'm glad you're here. We've been praying for Rita. She's had some issues, and Auntie Jan as well. Jersey Dolphins, my buddy. You go hang on Casey's channel for tonight. I love that. Thank you, Jersey. Thank you. Dude, where's my car? It all adds up. Peace. That's Lori. Hey.
First of all, me and Monica did you no justice last week. When it was just me and Monica. I mean, you're getting theatrics, y'all, tonight. You're getting Ann. First of all, you're getting Ann. Ann Dale. Ann Dale. Say hello to you. And you're getting a theatrical show.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all are so lucky. I don't know what to say.
Y'all did a great job. I watched the rerun. You did a fabulous job. Rebecca, touched by yarn. I heard her say that she and her brother earlier in the chat, they had a very blessed day. And she is recently baptized too, which is just amazing. And the angels are singing. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's Ann Unfiltered. That's right. Troy Sutton, I do. I'm so glad you're in here. Troy and Thunderstick Homestead and I want to eventually get together for some sort of meetup in North Carolina. Cynthia Delot, all the way from the Netherlands. We love you, Sugar. Thank you for being here. Bless her heart. She's up all kinds of times a day. So it's wonderful. R&W Farmstead. Hey, Tony Walsh. I'm glad you're in here. And there's our Ginger. Ginger, not for nothing, Homestead. Ginger, look, I've got your shirt on. It's talking about digging in the word. And it's Ginger and Christine.
Oh, I
on
love that.
Monday nights at 8 o'clock. They have a Bible study. Love the shirt. It's comfy, soft, loose. Yeah, it'll be my uniform. I love it. Ginger, thank you for being here and all that you do. Then we have my What About Bob, Robin Hood Homestead. He's a big winner today. How do Bob? He and Lori with a yo, dude. They're a couple and they're just hilarious. Peace to you, baby. Well, hey, Heather, have we got some things to talk to you about tonight? Milk and Honey Heritage Farm. Heather, thank you for being in here. We've been discussing, as your nose been itching, because we've been discussing you. And Jennifer Ocean Homestead, we're always happy to see that cute little thing. Shade Tree Cook, James Hall, y'all. How do, James? He and I hang out in the same neighborhood. Rat Chat, hey, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here tonight. And then we need some pictures on these things so I can see y'all's pretty faces. BP, hello. How are you? Welcome in. And then Tamara Ainley. Aren't you the cutest cutie patootie? She won the $10 last week, but I wasn't here last week. So I didn't know that she had won the $10 giveaway. But she got it today, just in time, right before showtime. Glad to see you. Mimi's Dishes. Oh, I love that name. That's so cool. I mean,
now, is Mimi the name, or is Mimi because you're a Mimi, a grandma?
well, I would think it would be, because I'm a grandmother. My brain immediately went to Mimi,
right?
Being a grandmama, because my grandbabies, my girls have a Mimi that they absolutely adore. So,
I think Mimi's Dishes would get people because I'll be eating anything Mimi makes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't even need to know her.
Mimi got
you just Mimi's Dishes.
That's right. Linda Okie of Lynn Farm Okie OG. How do, darling? We're glad you're here. She has about 5 channels. So Lynn, when it comes to the giveaway, you can come in and enter under all 5 of them. Just got to hit the like button from all 5. Right. Where is Sandy? And where she is, I'm sorry, I can't say that name. Billy
Messia.
Billy Messia?
Billy Messia.
She's coming.
She's coming.
She is coming. Sandy is so important to so many people.
Right.
That she had a meeting tonight. Yes. And so she had her meeting hat on with another group. And she's going to be about 15 minutes late, she said. But she's going to be here. And
she'll be here soon.
What was it? I did hear in the rerun, you said, well, we're missing our brains and then we're missing the Southern Charm girl.
The beauty.
Oh, I can't say beauty tonight, but the brains will be here in just a few minutes. And we do miss her when she's not here. Oh, Jesse put Mimi's channel in there.
Oh, nice.
That's fantastic. Farm All and Fords. Good evening, Farm All. And we're loving some Farm All talking. Our Jesse. Lazy days ahead. Hello, everybody. We can't do anything without him. Yep, Ginger, his hands unfiltered. That's right. They can't get me to hush is what the problem is. When I listen back to these episodes, I go, Ann, please hush.
We like it.
Okay. Hey, Carmen. That's Lewis Acre Farm. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time, Sugar. The Best Life Homestead. Woo! Got that popcorn there sitting back looking, going to be taking some notes. I like that.
That name, though.
The Best Life Homestead. Love it.
Second
verse. Second verse. Same as the first. Ever see a fly on the wall? Probably not what they're talking about, but I'm so glad that you're here. Hey, to Moose Barbecue. How do? We're so glad you're here. And then we have Auntie Jan, my sweetheart. She's got a new puppy too, Auntie Jan. Hers is a big doggy and is pulling her all over the place. Roxy is just having her way with Auntie Jan. So I think that's just about everybody.
Mhm.
No, Sandy must be the president of the Red Hat Society, which she is allowed to be president of whatever group she wants to be in.
I agree.
Do that.
And
was
she
an
probably is, though. She probably is. As we see her joking, she probably is the
Yes.
president of that as well.
She needs to be. She needs.
Mhm.
And you know why she does a lot of all this stuff? Because she is the queen of making money on the homestead
She is.
and making side money. And this was when we, every beginning of a season, the four of us sit down and we kind of ponder ideas on what we want to talk about. And this has always been Sandy's kind of like heart and purpose of talking about making money on the homestead. And we thought it's a great topic, but how do we dig even deeper into that topic? So what we're really going to talk about tonight is making money kind of in like a farm stand. You see them popping up all the time on Instagram. You see them popping up on the side of the road as starting farm stands. And we want to kind of talk about our 5 pointers, I guess you will, on really how to start that. Now, listen, I don't have a farm stand. 3 of us don't have a farm stand, but we have worked many vendor events.
Yes.
Sold at farmers markets, and we know what people like to see, what they like to grab for.
Yeah.
So we hope that these topics
That's right.
somehow. So Anne, you've been very vocal ever since you started your farmers market about selling your herbs and remedies. And when you jumped into it, what was the first thing that you thought, okay, now I know what I look for at a farm stand. I want to make sure I bring that to mind. What's the first one that you're like, I got to make sure that I do this with my product?
It's presentation. Honestly, it's presentation. As far as presenting things specifically at the farmer's market, I worked very hard to find containers, and Jesse helped me work very hard to find labels and to be able to have height differences and signs and make the prices clear and all of those kinds of things. Mostly at our farmers market, it's farming things. It's produce, and it is some crafts, elderberry syrup, all kinds of things like that. But I try to be pretty. Don't you think, Monica, when you drive by a farm stand, what do you think when you look at it?
Yeah, I think it needs to have a good presentation. I think so the whole episode tonight isn't going to just be about farm stands. I think just make sure everybody in the chat knows we're going to talk about farm stands. We're going to talk about different vendor events. We're going to talk about different ways for you to make money on the homestead. There she is, Miss Sandy's here.
You've been missed, honey.
You're here. So we just started off talking, Sandy, about farm stands a little bit. Just like, that was the way we're starting to talk about making money on the homestead, starting off with just farm stands because we had gotten some questions on that. And I think appearance is very important. I think if you're looking at the 5 things just right out there for like farm stands, right? We talked about appearance. We talked about knowing that when you go to a farm stand or when you go to a homestead, you're getting their produce or their meat or their product, because I don't want to go buy for Miss Ann's vendor event or Miss Ann's farm stand or Casey's farm stand and have someone selling me essential oils that they bought online and diluted and put into a container, or have Casey selling me zucchini that he got at the Wally World. I'm not interested in that. I want to know that when I go and get these products, they are local, or that they're coming through the hands of the people that helped produce them. And I think that that's super important when you're doing a farm stand or when you're doing vendor events or when you're selling anything from your homestead, making sure you do that. Now, I have a few other things that I wanted to say too, but I think that really in reality too, whenever you're trying to do any selling at a farm stand or whatever too, you need to do that. You need to make sure it looks nice. You need to make sure it's actually your product. And I think we even talked about, we want it to be easy to get to. We want it to be convenient, right, Casey? We don't want to have to be driving down the farm stand looking for this farm stand that's way off the beaten path. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I listen to those podcasts. I am not gonna get stole because I'm driving down some dark road.
I'm trying to tell you.
I am not going to buy no sourdough bread. Exactly, down the long and windy road.
We're not going to do what Ann was listening to before we went live. Huh?
No, I'm going to drop my location. If I want that bread bad enough, I'll drop my pin to somebody. But you better believe it's got to be easy access. You want your farm stand to be easy access, and you want it to be easy to get in and get out, which also includes payment. You need the payment to be easy. Casey, we talked about that too a little bit, right? We were talking about how easy it is because you need to be able to know that you're going to put your money in there and the people are going to get it. I know there's a lot of farm stands
kind of add up to the customer trusting you
as
someone they buy from you. And that's the biggest thing, because if you don't gain that trust from someone that's buying your product, they're not going to come back. Because let me just say, farm stands are a dime a dozen. It's not something that is new and not everybody has them. Thanks to Instagram, everybody wants to put up a farm stand. And that's great. But the biggest thing for you to sell and do well is gain that trust from someone who is buying, making sure it's your produce. Don't be shady. Don't buy it secondhand and try to sell it. Listen, if you're not growing produce you can't sell, don't sell produce.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just saying, maybe do something else. Make a loaf of bread. Okay. Also, if it's not your bread, if it's not your, don't sell it. I mean, go and support these local people who it is their produce, it is their homemade stuff, it is their homemade tinctures. But that was the big thing for me to say, is that gaining that trust. Hi, Carmen. I just saw Carmen pop inside.
Yes.
Gaining that trust with the person that's buying from you is a big thing. Sandy, what about you? I asked Ann this. I was like, what is your number one? You're walking up to a farm stand, or you're walking up to buy something from someone. What is the thing that pops in your mind first on what you see and what you want to be like, hey, I need to make sure that my product is the same as that if I'm going to sell it?
Well, I like it to be organized. I want it to tell me the prices right. I don't want to have to look around and turn the container over, add some signage. If they're not going to be there, some farm stands, people have hours and they're there. Other ones, it's just you're honest and you're going to pay for what you're taking. So that little box that you're attaching to your farm stand needs to be secure for you. Plus the people don't think, oh, well, it's just this shoebox that anybody can take my money back out of, and then they may think I didn't pay. And so they make these metal boxes with a key that they just drop their money in.
So I think it's important to note that there's a lot of farm stands. If you're going to open up a farm stand, or you're going to be at a vendor event, you're going to sell your product, you need to be flexible and not just have it one form of payment. Because like she said over there, I don't know who said it. I saw just somebody said it a second ago. Tamara said about the PayPal. That's not a good business. That's not a good business model to only take PayPal, because I'm going to tell you right now, 8 times out of 10, I'm not paying with PayPal. I'll pay with Venmo, or I'll pay with cash. I mean, that's pretty much what I would rather do, because I don't like PayPal. I don't trust PayPal. That's just my jam. I don't do PayPal, but I do other forms of electronic payment. I'm prepared to do other forms of electronic payment, but I also like cash. Cash is king still in my book. And so I like to pay that way, and I like to be paid that way if I can help it.
No, but does anybody still do checks? I know that's controversial. No, I mean, I pay bills with checks. Yes. I'm saying taking it at a farm stand or at a.
Oh, I don't know. I will take checks from people that I know really well. So I'm going to, I have beef that's coming out now. And if I know someone, especially someone that's older, that's more my age or a little older than me, and they're like, can I write you a check? I'm like, yes.
But older, Sandy.
Older than me. I said my age or older, because here's the deal. My 24-year-old son was, see, that's right. That's right, Carl. My 24-year-old son was about to buy a car the other day, and he asked to put the down payment on his debit card. And they literally looked at him and they were like, well, you got to make sure you have enough in there. And my father-in-law said, can't you just write a check? And he goes, I don't even have checks.
Yeah.
Get checks from. And I'm like,
A lot of banks don't do checks anymore. My bank,
they do not give you checks. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that being said, yeah, I agree. I think Sandy made a good point. You got to have the good looking stuff. It's got to look good.
Mm-hmm. And Rhea,
easy pricing.
And even in town, sometimes you think of farmstead, it's a homestead, and they just have it at the end of their lane.
Yeah.
But where I live, we have little farm stands around town. Like one of my friends bakes. And so her and her kids made her this cute little stand. It has doors so she can lock it up when she doesn't have the stuff in. Otherwise, she opens it up and she has things painted in there, and it's just adorable, and she doesn't have to be there. And so far it seems to be good for her that she's not getting ripped off in any way. I mean, it's just a chance you're going to take, but I've done the farmers market for a very long time. And when it comes back to checks, I think in all the years I've did it, only one time I had a check that bounced, and I just called, and it was just a thing. They paid me right away.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think it's something to be noted too, is that I've been to a couple farm stands to pick up. I've already secured, I already had the item that I wanted to purchase, and I already paid ahead of time. One time I didn't, and then I paid her when I got there, but she had the product sitting out for me in a bag with my name on it. Mm-hmm. And both different farm stands that I went to had a little camera that they use to monitor the comings and goings. So it isn't a trust system, but having a camera is kind of the extra backup right there. But you've got to really know where you're putting it and how important placement is for people as well, because that is kind of creepy if you have to go down some long driveway to someone's house. I mean,
and you want to know too with the camera whether you need to restock something. All been taken out or what's going on. And Rita says that she sees several farm stands around her. The ones that attract her attention are the ones that are painted in bright colors, neat and organized with fresh produce and stocked up and prices clearly posted. That's exactly what we talked about.
Unfortunately, you just don't know what's going to sell until it starts to sell. That's the thing. Sorry, Sandy, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking that if you're going to start a farm stand, say you have your homestead, you want to have it right by the road, because right by the road, you're going to get more traffic than having to go up that lane.
Yeah.
But do you know your state regulations and your county regulations? Because do you have to have, if you're going to sell seedlings, do you have to have a nursery license? If you're going to have food, does your state or your county make you list all the ingredients in order? There's just things you have to know, because you don't want to be having this whole thing and you're getting all these customers and all of a sudden they're shutting you down because you haven't done what you're supposed to do.
Right. And where would they go to find out those things? Like, we have a friend here that's in the chat that she lives in the state of Oregon, let's say. And how would she find out? Wouldn't it be county or would it be state?
Well, the easiest way to first start is just to go to your state. Like if I go to my Department of Ag in Wyoming, it has the food licenses, it has the nursery license, all these different, if I'm going to use a scale and I say on there that that's 2 pounds, you have to have a certified scale. And so that's a license. You can't sell a bag that you say is 3 pounds if you didn't do it on a scale that's okayed by your state.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, you can call your county and just say, what do I have to do? This is what I want to do. And they will tell you, you know, people are helpful.
They are. And that goes for, be said for just more than farm stands. It's important to know when you're dealing with anything you're selling from your homestead, what regulations are on those products. If I want to sell rabbits, I can sell a certain amount of rabbits that are processed at home before I hit that number where I have to start being regulated. I've got to know that. I've got to know whether or not my beef needs to go to a USDA or a Texas state inspected facility before I can sell it. How much do you need to sell before how much do you need to do? You need to make sure you're keeping track of all the stuff too, expenses and how much you're making for taxes too, cottage laws, usually state. Yeah. Things like that. You just pay attention to those background details that you may not think of at first because you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to sell this and this and this. And then all of a sudden it becomes really great and possibly very profitable. And then now you're struggling to catch up.
Well, because it's always less expensive to do it right the first time.
Exactly.
Than to have to backpedal and fix a mistake that was made at the beginning. Because let me tell you, I had to learn that the hard way because there are petty people out there that may not like you for something. And because you didn't follow a rule, it's very easy for them to turn you in and you get shut down pretty quickly, pretty immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
And so the good thing is if you know these things, if you call the county and you know, okay, my cottage license says I have to have the cottage license that says I can sell jam or salsa, whatever it is. And they come and they're like, well, I'm going to turn you in on the right license. You're like, oh no, I have the knowledge. I have the right license.
Yeah.
Okay. Paper's right over here. My egg license is right over here.
Yeah.
So, knowledge.
Somebody was asking too, is our permits a pain to get? I don't necessarily know that they're a pain to get. I feel like they're easy to get. You just have to go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of things are online now. And so you can just fill everything in online. And sometimes depending on what kind of license you get, sometimes you have to send photos of your driver's license and stuff too, just because they're verifying it is you that they're going to give that license to because you're doing it online. So you just need to look at the state that you're at. Wyoming has a great cottage law. And so we can do a lot of things that other states can't do. Like at a farmer's market, I can sell my vanilla. At other states, you cannot sell your vanilla because of the alcohol.
Yeah.
And so it just depends on your state, but don't get in trouble because you didn't do it.
Right. I can't sell anything consumable, anything that's not topical. But here we go.
Carmen asked about, do you frame a copy of the cottage license on the stand? If I were you, I would, just to avoid any bitter Bettys out there that want to try to like throw things down and say, oh, this is not legal. If you know the cottage law and you have it right in front of them, then old Betty's going to just see it and go, oh, looks like everything's good here.
Their cottage license. I do.
You need a copy of your sales tax license if that's one of the regulations. You need I always have a copy of my nursery license. So like when I was selling onions and strawberries, I had it posted right there. And people even ask me, oh, do you have to have a nursery license to sell plants? And I said, yes, you do in Wyoming.
Right.
And that's good to know.
Yeah. That is, it's wonderful to know because, for a long time, I just treated it like a yard sale. You didn't have to do anything. And then you figure, oh, wait, there might be some regulations I might need to follow. So, yeah.
Okay. So can I show you a easy thing that you could do at a farm stand? Now you're going to need a nursery license, right? I believe that you can never have too much rhubarb. I think everybody should have rhubarb plants at their house. I just think so. So anyway, okay, so look at this. This half I've already pulled out. This is my other half of rhubarb plants from seeds, right? So the other half I potted up. So this is one of my little ones that's coming. So by fall time, when I will sell these, they should be 12 to 18 inches high.
Mm-hmm.
In this flat, I have 123 of these little pots from just half of it. Now calculate this in your brain. If I sold them even just for only $5 a piece.
Right.
Just think of it. And if you go to the nursery and you want to buy a rhubarb plant that's 12 to 18 inches high, you're paying $29.
Oh.
This year at the nurseries, they're $29.
What?
Yeah.
Woo.
And so I am going to sell these for 5 or 8, depending on what size they are when I get back. But think of how easy of an income that is for you. So if you can do the same thing earlier and you have your tomatoes and your peppers and whatever you're going to sell.
Yeah.
And you start with a tray and then you pot them up when they start to get their true leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I literally got 1,500 of these pots for $60-some. And then you got your soil.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So if we can open up our ideas of what we can do, and that's just one thing, just one thing.
Well, I think
also, Sandy, that's a great point, because when you plant all of your plants, let's say you're just planting for you for the season, and you accidentally pull an Andale and plant all of the tomato seeds in the bag. And you're like, okay, all I need are 6 of them, but I have 60 other ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Best way to make that money back. Now, in Georgia, we do not have to have a nursery license to sell plant starts. So this is coming from a state
I don't think you have to in Edenton.
I have never looked into that. I need to look into
throw
that.
them out at the farm stand. $3, because I mean you're going to the Home Depot and you're paying almost $5 for
or more. Yeah.
Well, here's these new
organic.
Here's these new things that are popping up in my area. I don't know if they're in any of y'all's area, but these plant swap stands.
Oh yes.
Where but you go and you swap a plant for a plant, or they actually have one of the like farm stands that are the plant swap stands has a section that's like sick bay, and it's for sick plants that you can't recover. You're like, I give up, I can't do it. And you put your like sick plant in there, and then people can take them and see if they can help recover them, and then they'll keep them. But it's like, that's amazing. Like, oh my gosh. And people are putting on this Facebook page what their wishes are. And they're putting, I'm wishing for aloe. I'm wishing for this. And people are literally like, I have that. I can put this out there. And they're just filling this farm, like this plant stand for free. And they're just swapping. And I'm like, this is amazing. So like, you can have a stand. Obviously, we're talking about making money, but I look at opportunities like swapping and bartering as ways to make money too, because maybe I can't grow a certain type of vegetable, but when I finally get that start, that's a swap because I was really good at something else, and I put that down in my bed and I start growing it, now I've got it going. And now I can make some money off of it later. Just like Carmen, right? If I reached out to Carmen and was like, girl, I'm struggling. I want to grow loofah. Never grown loofah. She has warned me about loofah. Well, I'm sure if I was like, can I try loofah? She'd probably be like, girl, I've got 800 of them. Come dig one of these things up. I would dig one up, go put it in my garden. And now I could give her something and swap. We'll swap.
Yeah, right.
And now I've got a loofah plant that I've never been able to successfully seed. I've got it going. And now when it's grown up, and she's like, I told you so, I could be selling these loofahs. You know what I mean? Like there are ways to make money. If, like Sandy said, if you think outside the box. I think it's also really important, which I have a hard time with sometimes, is remembering the value of the things we have and putting accurate values on them. Because she said 12 loofah plants in the ground she didn't plant. I still cannot do it, Carmen. So we need to get together. But Miss Ann is really terrible at finding the value in what she has. No offense, Miss Ann. But she'd be like, hey, Monica, I got this. I was going to ask for like $40. I'm like, Ann, it's like $100. Okay. Don't be putting nothing on Marketplace for $40. So here's the thing. I struggle with that too. Finding the value in the things that we put our time and energy into. And you have good products. Make sure you do some comparison to others. It's good comparison, because I'm going to talk later about comparison is not always a good thing, but you can compare. It's just like comps on houses, right? You don't want to put your house up on the market for $500,000 when everything in the area is going for $2 million. It's done. Right. But if you see what people are selling your stuff for, you can go in at similar pricing, but realizing that what you have is quality. Because if Mary Jo up the street is selling some jankadoodle vanilla that Sandy knows is nasty, and she's selling hers for 20, Sandy has valuable vanilla. She can beat her out in a jiff and offer her actual real good prices and come in with quality. So I think we just have to really be mindful, because we really do need to put value on the things that we have. And that's important, because we're not always good at that. And we have to remember we need to be good at that for ourselves.
Right. And I'll tell you, this comment kind of puts that into perspective too, right here.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think, and this is a great comment. Thank you for commenting this.
And feel back me.
Yes, and feel back. That when they think making money on the homestead is you receiving cash money in your hand, that's not always the case. If you're bartering or even trading plants, you're actually making money on your homestead by not having to spend your own money to buy that.
Absolutely.
That's right. I agree.
Careful really quickly, and I'm never at a loss for words.
And Josie says, "Ain't nobody can beat me on the price of my vanilla. I guarantee it."
You are crazy, sir.
That's
Oh,
crazy, sir.
let's say you have, because I do have a dear friend here, Brianna, and her husband Eddie. I call them the Monica and Eric of Georgia because they're my beefers. They're my beef peeps.
Oh,
4 minutes away from my house.
how nice.
They don't always like to raise meat chickens because it's a lot. It's a lot when you have a whole herd of cattle. So if I know that I love raising chickens for meat, and I have 5 extras, and I trade them, and they give me 5 pounds of ground beef, I just made money on my homestead because it's something that I didn't really have to pay my money. If that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah,
That's
that's
my
true.
sense.
Yeah.
That's very true. As far as
Yeah,
bartering,
because you're
there was a
saving money
question
on the grocery
that
budget.
was asked of how to know what to put out if you're just starting your farmstead, because you've got a lot of stuff. You got goats and pigs and cows, and you have a garden galore and flowers and all these things. Honestly, I have no idea how to. If I did, I would be very, very rich if I knew exactly what to put out that would sell the very best. Until you try it.
Yeah.
I make all these new products. I'll have one person come by and say, "Do you have any lavender oil?" And I'm going, "Yes, I do." Then I'll make some lavender oil and have it in there. I never see those people again and haven't sold a bottle of lavender. So I'm not going to make any more after it sells.
But if you're taking accurate records, if you pull a Sandy and you're making good notes, then when you see the trends come around, because they always come around full circle, like Miss Ann, in September, October, you can start making those little mini travel packs because make great gifts. So as an owner of a homestead, a farm stand, a vendor event, whatever you're doing, when you're selling items, when you want to make money, you watch the trends. And Sandy's really good at this too, because she knew when it's time to get onions. She knows when it's time to get strawberries. She knows when that comes, and it's full circle because she keeps records and she's monitoring the trends. So if you just look around, look on your socials and see what's selling in your area, what people are asking for and what people are buying. And when you could do a little reconnaissance, go to some of your local farm stands and see what's selling at them.
Check it out. I didn't sell mosquito spray. I didn't have mosquito spray on my table in January. I have it on there now.
Yep.
I just started bringing it out in May, and it's selling very well.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have it in, or bother carrying it there and displaying it. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but Anne, you are the promoter, right? So you made that lavender oil and you haven't sold any. Well, have you done up some little articles on Facebook? Do you have little cards about that? When the people come in, do you say, "Hey, this is a new product. Let me have you try this"?
Hold your arm out.
Absolutely true. That's true.
And
I could do it. I could do
you
that.
you have to be your own promoter. As a homesteader, people don't come to you if they don't know what you have. You have to do the work to be successful.
Yes, you do. You do have to. You have to be the work. You have to do the work.
Look, I always think if I'm there, I just need to be at a vendor event. I just need to be at her thing, Miss Ann. I'll be selling all her products right off her table.
You really do. You really do.
Yeah.
And Sherry came one Saturday, and she prefers like pain creams and pain stuff. She sold it all. I mean, it was crazy because that's her favorite thing. You could come and sell my frankincense oil, and
the more you talk to a customer. Have you ever been to a farmer's market and you went to a booth and they don't look up? They don't even say hi. They don't speak to you. They don't say, how can I help you today?
Yeah.
You know, and you don't buy anything from them. You go to the next.
Right.
And that works
Right.
with a farmer's market. It works with a farm stand.
Yeah.
Now you may not be at your farm stand, but what are you doing to make that item that you want to specialize maybe that month stand out?
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
I think I told Sydney and Tori from Naked Gardeners one time, he was asking about how I sell my pork boxes. And I said, I sell this, this, and that. And he said, I just don't see it. I said, here's the thing, Sydney, people don't know what they want until you tell them what they want. And you make them want what you have. And if you advertise what you have, and here's the thing, I don't want you to buy anything that you don't want personally to use or to be benefit to your life. I do not want you to waste your money on something. If you don't eat pork, do not buy bacon from me. That's stupid. Unless you're going to donate it to someone else. Okay. But what I am saying is that, and that's the thing though, honestly, Carmen, I'm struggling right now. I've got beef for sale. If you're in the North Texas area, you want to come buy some beef from me, let me know. I've got a couple boxes for sale. I'm picking it up tomorrow.
Well, Monica, that's because you just got like 4 billion pounds of beef.
Yeah.
I got a lot coming back. But here's the thing. People don't always know what they want until you present it in a way that is palatable to them. It's just like when you cut up meat for your little kids. When you cut up that chicken nugget and it cools down, then they want it. If you give something to someone that looks appealing, they're going to want it. I try to be mindful that people are going to find value in what I have. So I don't want people to buy stuff that they don't want, but people want things.
Well, there's another mistake that I made, and Sandy, you can maybe help me, or Casey or Monica too. I made a mistake of naming my products what they actually are, like naming frankincense oil. I should have named it Cell Rejuvenator.
Oh,
you know, because that's what it does. It rejuvenates your cells.
Or
as far as instead of calling it cayenne oil or cayenne salve, it needs to be a pain relief.
Yeah.
Those types of things.
It's because when I'm shopping, I do not want to have to think. Don't make me think about anything. If I see that, I'm like, oh, yeah, I need me some pain oil.
Yeah.
Well,
and some cayenne oil? I don't know.
Carmen's asking you, are you allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Though? And so you have to know. So sometimes you can have a fun name, and then right underneath that, you tell what it is. Like when I used to do bread at the markets all the time, my most popular bread, it was a braided bread, and I called it Twisted Sisters.
I love that.
And it went back to old song things, you know, in the 70s, but it was sun-dried tomatoes and garlic and all these different things in it. But people loved the silly names too.
Right.
So whatever it takes to draw them in. And then don't forget that as a homesteader, say you bought a bunch of these from me, right? In another, it waits the whole next summer, and the next year you have all this rhubarb that you got to do something with. Are you going to save some of the seeds and do it yourself, just like I did? Are you going to sell just the stalks? But if you really want to make money, you make jams or jellies, you make pies with it. And seriously, you put it on Facebook and say, I'm making strawberry rhubarb pies this week. Would you like one? This is the price for it. Right. And you will be amazed at and then if you deliver it, oh my gosh, that's even
deliver a hand drop.
And you just have to balance that. If you don't want to have so many things that you're delivering that it takes away from other things. So maybe everybody picks it up in Walmart parking lot at this time,
Right. Now, Carmen from Jesus Loving Homesteader said for soap labeling, we have to be very careful about medical advice. Yes. So what I do on things that I have, like said, pain relief, then underneath I'll have cayenne oil, and I have the ingredients on the back of it. and my website. So, but the one thing that I found is when I'm making all those little travel care kits, they go, well, does each item say what it does? Because I don't know what that stuff does. I've got all these salves and oils, and they've got to look on my website to find out what everything does.
Well, could you make a card with a QR code that goes specifically to those items? Like I know that, like, for instance, when I did a class teaching people how to make lip balms, and I had a QR code where all they had to do was scan that QR code, and it takes them to a file that I created that just shows them how to make the lip balm. It was like a sheet of paper they could just print out, but I didn't want to print everything out. So if you can just make a PDF that has a little QR code to go straight to it, that would make it super easy and it could have your link on there and your website and all the things, but if it goes straight to the PDF.
Do you hear this, Jessie?
I can create, if you get me the link, get me the PDF, get me that, and I will create you the QR code.
Do we have to say Jessie?
Jessie, get to work.
But it is super easy to do, really. If you just have a written up sheet that I can link it, all you have to do is set the PR. I do say that I will find, I do find that QR codes are very helpful when you're at an event, when you're teaching, or when you're anywhere, even at farm stands. I love having a QR code to scan for the payment. But I will say a QR code is very helpful because it takes you to every social,
You have to know your audience. I will say,
I do agree.
Audience, because
but everybody's got a cell phone.
Well, I've noticed in Georgia, which is where I am and where I sell, it is adults of age.
Be nice.
That are purchasing my product.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just say this because my mom doesn't care. My mother's age people are the ones that are buying the product. My mom despises QR codes with every fiber of her being.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want to learn how to do one. She doesn't want to. All she wants to do is get a handout. If you have a handout, she'll take it all day.
So then maybe you do that, Miss Ann. You offer them a handout if they want it to show them what they've got.
That's a lot of expense. Really.
But what if you had a handout that was laminated and say, if you would like a copy of this, here's the QR code, and I can show you how to do that on your phone.
Or you can take a picture of it right here with your phone.
Yeah, there's ways around it. You don't have to be, like somebody asked, do you have to be pushy? You don't have to be pushy. What you have to do is get to know your customer.
Yes.
Be personal to that person, because like Monica says, you don't want to sell something that they don't really want.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, I wasted my money,
I have a terrible time selling mine.
Well, and also if there's that fine line of saying or making names that may be encouraging medicinal stuff afterwards. Maybe for the cayenne, cream, it's the ouch cream. Anybody that hears ouch cream, that is for something in pain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or a lavender something. Sleepy time. When you hear like sleepy time tea, that's a tea that you get some sleep, but it's not encouraging that it's medicinal or it's going to do anything, because you do have to be very careful with what you say. People nowadays are very sue happy. They're very lost happy, and you just need to be careful on what you say. But I want to make a suggestion, because we got a spin for next week, y'all. We got some Sandy suggestions. We got Ann's angle. We have a little bit of Casey and cooking. But I would suggest, to kind of wrap up our little conversation, people asked about the farm stand. And if I could give any advice to someone wanting to start a farm stand, is don't overdo it. Find 2 products that you do well and start with that. If it does well, add on a 3rd. Don't be like some people. I'm really not going to name any names. And start with 12 products that you then have an absorbent amount of stock that you have to load up, take back to your house, keep cool, then load it back out. Try two things that you're really good at or you
Mhm.
think your farm does well, homestead does well, and try those. And we're really excited for all of y'all that came in and that are starting a farm stand. And we want to hear from you. If you've started it or if you're going to start it, let us know next week. How's it going? What did you just? What advice did you take away from this
Yeah.
conversation
That's
and use? But I think before we get into anything else, can we have a little moment with Anne? I think we just need a little
angle. Okay. Hi. Casey was switching us around earlier, and I went boom. And they said, "You waited a long time to be able to do that, didn't you?" I said, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I waited. Uh-oh. My picture went away of what I would like to read you today. And it's crazy how the Lord works, because there's so many of us that get in these situations, and then you read something and you're getting ready to present it, and it is absolutely speaking to me. It's absolutely speaking to you. I hope that somehow you get something out of this. But it's called Be the Reason. Be the reason someone believes again in gentle hearts, in good energy, in quiet kindness. Be the reason hope feels possible and life feels worth embracing once more. Be the reason that someone chooses softer thoughts, dares to keep dreaming, and remembers that not everything beautiful is lost. Be the reason and light the way. So that's Anne's angle. You can be the way. You can be the flower in a bucket of thorns. You can do that, but we have to choose our attitude and choose the way of doing it. So there's Anne's angles. We're heading back into Hay Bale Friends. Love you guys.
So sweet.
It's always every time we hear Anne's angles, everybody's like, you're a little bit calm. And guess what, y'all? Now that y'all are all calm, it's time for Cooking with Casey. So you can be, hyped up all over again.
It's hills and valleys. You'll be great.
Well, yeah. Well, let me tell you, tonight, what Cooking with Casey is going to be is more of a soapbox kind of moment off of what we're talking about. So I'm just going to say that before we even get started. Now, when I say soapbox, I'm not going to, whine and complain about anything, but I want to kind of put into place. We were talking about farm stands, making money, supporting local homesteads, supporting local farmers or growers. And I usually talk about on Cooking with Casey how to save money on your grocery bill. And I'm going to talk about why, in my mind, I know that I'm saving money by buying locally. Because listen, could I go to the Wally World, as Monica said, and buy tomatoes for cheaper than what I could for going to a farm stand? 100%. Could I go to one of the grocery stores and do the same thing? 100%. How, Casey, how are you making money and saving money by doing that? Because you know where that food came from. You are saving money on medical bills, therapist trips, because you don't know what they're spraying on the food that goes into the grocery store. And this is where my soapbox comes into play. You don't know what is on that crops that you are putting into your body. When I started this homesteading journey 4 years ago, I never truly sat and thought about why it is what we do, and how can you, in your good conscience, spend your hard money on produce that probably was not treated well, that was sprayed, that was rushed to harvest on time. Because I learned from our dear friend Sandy that a lot of the times when they harvest those tomatoes, they're not red yet. They're not to the grocery stores. It's sprayed with something so it's red as it's traveling to your grocery store. Why would I, if I'm respecting myself and my body, put that inside my body? I'm eating it. It's not like I am buying something that's just going to sit on a counter for looks. It is something that you are physically eating and putting in your body. Why would I not respect myself enough to know where the food came from? So that is how I'm saving money. I trust, remember we talked about the trust with your customers. I trust the farmstead that I'm buying these products from to know that it was raised, it's not sprayed, it's organic. If you're into the organic thing, if you're not, there are a lot of homesteads that don't do it quote unquote organically. But I know where the food's coming from. I know where my meat's coming from. I know where my beef's coming from. So that I'm not spending money having to do doctor visits because I'm having gastrointestinal issues, because I'm having heart issues. So that's how I'm saving money. So that is my cooking with Casey tonight, my little soapbox of a, if you will.
Yay!
I mean, like for reals, like for real on the for real. If you respect your body and respect yourself, why would you put something in there that you don't fully trust and you don't know where that food came from? It's just me.
You too, police. I do, darling. That was wonderful, Casey.
Good job.
And so we have a Sandy suggestion, I do believe.
We do. So we're talking about the roller coaster, and Casey, Sandy.
Wait, are we going back up with me later? Is that what happened?
Well, no, then we go, well, no, we're doing the
giveaway and the spin and all that.
Oh, okay, good. I'll take that.
And then Monica.
Nice recovery, Casey.
I thank you. I worked on that one. If I can get somebody up, this is going to be very, very good. Y'all don't even know. I am excited about this, and it's going to be good, and it's going to be Sandy's suggestions. So, just saying.
Well, hello. I always loved. I always love doing Sandy's suggestion. And tonight's topic is something that I seriously ponder about: how to make money on my homestead. What can I do? And so today I was just Googling, and I was in Chat GPT, and I said, what kind of income can I make on a homestead with the things that I like to do? 5.5 pages of stuff that it gave me. And so I went through and I had it. I'm going, oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. What kind of side hustles can I do? Well, I just wanted to show you how I keep track of stuff, because I always believe that you should have multiple things in your basket. And so this is 6 of my eggs in my basket. So like when I sell in a store or at a farmer's market, that's an actual store. Everything that I sell goes into there. Anything I sell out of my garden goes into there. Any of my fused glass goes right there. All my art classes goes into this one. Art sales. And this is just like farmers markets, any festivals that I'm in, I add this. And then I put it in on the computer. But this way, it's at the end of the day, I can just take this little book and I can write my sales right then. Because after you do it for a while, all of a sudden it's like, this is worth it to me. This is not worth it to me. And it just gives you history. You can go and sell and sell and sell, but if those things really don't make you money, you need to probably stop those things and reevaluate. But when you have just that old-fashioned paper, even though it's on the computer too, I just find that it's much easier for me to keep track of. So my suggestion, Sandy's suggestion today is buy some of these crazy receipt books and put everything that you're doing into them. That's my suggestion for today.
That's awesome.
That's actually the smartest idea ever.
It's awesome.
Well, how many times you have little papers and you go, oh yeah, I'm going to write that down later. You don't write it down later. You know,
No.
seriously, be honest with yourself. You lose those little pieces of paper.
Right.
If you do it every day, anytime you make a sale, it's right there and you can just flip through it and go, okay, this month I made X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, Carmen made a good point. She's in a season of reevaluating. We are too, Carmen. We have really taken a look at what we have, what makes us money or what drains us, our energy and our time. And our time is worth money. That is valuable to us because what we're pouring money into, we're pouring time into, really takes away from our family. And that's important too, if we're putting into things. So yeah, reevaluating what you've got, but keeping accurate records is super important too, because that's such a good way to go back and look and see what is happening.
And a lot of times people don't want to do that. They don't want to, it's like paperwork. Oh my gosh. But in the end, when it comes to the end of the year or the end of the month, you will be so happy that you had a little book that and like I write the date, I write the amount, what it is. So I can go, okay, this was worth it for me. So like Monica's looking at, maybe that's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
Right. There
Well,
you go.
and what's funny is on this side, the right side of the screen, are the note takers and the list makers. Me and Sandy have always been the list makers of the crew. And then you have Monica and Ann that do say that they give it a good old hee-ho.
I do.
Puts her book down. And then the book.
It gets filed away somewhere.
It does.
Somewhere where we don't know exactly where it is all the time.
It's put in a very special place.
See, here's the problem. I put things away, but then someone comes and cleans up and then it's gone.
Right.
And I knew where I put it before they cleaned it up.
I can't blame that on my house. It's just me. I can blame my poor brain, but that's about it. So this has been a lot of fun talking about making money on the homestead. We could do this like a lot.
Hours.
Yeah.
Hours.
Oh
Well, I think, Carmen made a good point. Her YouTube reels have helped me I put date stamps on so many things. Me too, Carmen. Thankfully, I keep notes in my phone, my calendar. So on my calendar app, I can keep track. And when we were doing cattle this weekend, I did a search in my calendar, a name of our cow. And every baby that she's ever had comes up in that phone. So I can just type in Charlotte and I saw, Charlotte had a baby July 20-something, 2025.
Yeah.
I knew how old her baby was. And then I went back and wrote that baby's name in later. So I knew that he had a name or she had a name. And so I was able to go from there. But if I didn't do that or look back at the videos that Eric made, we'd be just.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will call out to Siri on my phone. I'll be like, but Siri's gotten so aggravated with me lately about having to make so many darn notes for. Like I asked today, I said, "Hey Siri," and it said, "Huh." Can you believe it said "huh" to me?
I don't like Siri.
I
don't like Siri. You hear that? I don't like you.
Oh gosh. Okay, so this is the wheel that we're spinning for next week's subject. Hey, Paul Case Farms. And so what are we doing?
All right. Who's going to count it down? That's the important question.
You are, Casey. You do it.
3, 2, 1.
Woo! And it's not. Yay!
Ooh, fun.
Emotions. All right.
I'm kind of really excited about this.
Me too.
I have much knowledge, but I know that these three ladies here have a plethora of knowledge on this. And now I've dabbled in a little soap making. But I'm excited. I'm excited about this one.
This could be a whole multi-episode. Like
it could too.
There's so many things on that. Like we might have to decide, like behind the scenes, is it going to be soaps or is it going to be lotions and butters? because
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's a lot.
It is a lot.
We might have to decide and tell
Y'all
y'all.
comment in the comment section, y'all. What would y'all rather see?
Yeah, out of like soaps and butters and lotions, what do you want to see? Because we need to decide, because that's too much for one.
Yeah. And oils and masks and just,
oh my gosh.
yeah, just so many things.
That's right.
I need to know how to make a face wash and an eye. If anybody knows how to make an eye, like a makeup removal.
Oh, I have one for you.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have,
do.
okay, but I wear on
Contact.
Sundays, I wear a mascara that's waterproof because I always cry at church. Not always, but most of the time, because they baptize every weekend and I always get all emotional. But I need to find a good thing to take my mascara off. So we need to be talking about that. So me too.
Well,
And
or
lotion, natural oils.
Or maybe each of us have one thing. Like Monica has one. Anne has one. Casey has one. I have one.
And then we could give a little like ingredients, or maybe show us how to make it or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, take those and make a series next time. Oh, I love it.
Well, let me tell you, because I love making homemade, what I call antibacterial bar soap. Antibacterial.
Because it's bacterial. Okay. A new word.
Okay.
My words are not wording tonight, y'all.
It's great.
But now that we've decided our topic, I think we need to spin.
Yeah.
Because we're going to stay on this kind of roll.
Yeah.
For those that are new, there's not many new ones that I saw tonight. It's the good old faithfuls that are coming tonight, and we have a bunch of y'all in. Is that we spend every single week for a $10 Amazon gift card.
Yes, we do.
But after that, we spend 2 more names, and then all 3 of those names is entered into our final giveaway. Sandy gave you a little hint last week of one of the big prizes that's going to be given away, and that's an incubator.
Yes.
I'm talking like, hello.
Yeah.
That's right.
So exciting.
And we have a $50 gift card that has been donated to us. We have all kinds of things. We have a salt lantern, lots of really cool stuff. Anti-cereal.
Yes, it was anti-cereal.
It's a new name. Come on, y'all, get with it.
But, Anne, would you like to
make
deal on how to enter in to win?
Absolutely. Y'all type in make money. You don't need a hashtag. Just make money. Casey is not into the hashtag things. You can have uppercase or lowercase. And if you would like, although it will work on whatever channel that you're on right this minute, you can type it in the channel that you're on. But we would really love for you to pop over to Hay Bale and Friends, round the hay bale, and enter there, because that helps us a lot. And make sure you click that bell and hit the subscribe, because it's free, y'all. It's free. And I'm really enjoying this boot camp thing. Are y'all?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know I am. I love a good boot camp.
Well, while we're here talking about that boot camp, one of the things you could do is, if you're taking notes and you want a place to take notes, you can always click our QR code over there, and there should be the Hay Bale Prepper Guide. Get out of here. You can open up that Hay Bale Prepper Guide, and there's some space in there that Casey made to make notes. There's places for recipes, so you need to make sure you have it next week so you can write down some recipes that we're going to share for you, and a bunch of other tips and tricks for just prepping and everything like that. But this is really such a good that's a good way to keep it all together in one notebook. And it's 99 cents, guys. 99 cents.
It's cheaper than the $1.25 tree.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I have mine. I have my cup.
Yeah. Casey's so cute with his, because he's got his little binder, and the thing in the front. He like opens it up.
Yeah.
Flip to it. But I think 33. I think I'm going to go ahead and draw this first. Now, this is the first name that we're going to draw for the $10 Amazon gift card. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3.
Oops, good to see you. Hey, Puroki. I get to say hi to everybody. Storm Creator. All right. Oh, Homestead. Anyone that can get Amazon can get this.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. And she can put that towards all her chicken supplies when she starts raising her chickens.
And she said she doesn't need makeup removal because she uses black permanent marker.
Oh, I'm dead. That is so funny. Yay. Good job, Jennifer.
Congratulations, Jennifer.
And now she's entered into the big one too. Maybe she'll win that incubator.
And let me tell you, it's just Jennifer that's going to be entered into the final drawing. We're going to draw one more name.
Two more names. Right?
Two more names, sorry.
Yep. So this is the name. This name right here, whoever picks will win nothing tonight in particular, but they're going to get Cynthia Delight. She is in for a big prize later.
Yes. We can work out something to get it over to the Netherlands.
Yeah, I think so.
I saw Wendy's World, Lynette Lawrence in here. That's so cool. I'm so glad we haven't said hello to her. And the third and final for this week that we're all going in one big hat is boom.
Oh,
wow, nice.
Okay.
Someone new. Yay.
I love these new names.
Y'all, just for the fun of it, do you think I should read out the names that we have going into the hat before?
Do you have a list right in front of you?
You know I do.
Do it.
Sure.
Well, I was about to say if I can't get it from the light. So the very first week, the $10 winner was Rebecca at Touched by Yarn. So she's entered. And then Ginger, Not For Nothing Homestead's names going in. And Tamara Melling, 8885. Because, we usually got 2, sometimes 3 Tamaras in there.
I think that's Tamara Aimling.
Aimling. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 2 A's. Yeah.
Thing you need to know about Casey is I don't know how to spell.
It's okay. We know who you are.
That's
Tamara.
okay. We know.
I know who you are. It's the blue one. It's the blue.
Come on,
and then the following week, Nurge Shape.
Yep.
Yes.
Ray Dean got put in there.
Yes.
And Lori.
From
Lori's World?
Dude, where's my car? It all adds up.
We were actually just waiting for you to say that. Dan. And then the third week, that same Tamara with the 2 A's won. So she has 2 enters.
What?
2 entries.
And then we got DS Garden Adventures.
That's Deanna from D's
Garden
Adventures.
And TRTTSL.
And
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
Yeah, she's in here tonight.
They're in tonight.
Yeah.
And then tonight we had Jennifer win. Again, congratulations. And Cynthia Delight is entered as well.
Yeah.
And Mindbogger FZLDU.
Cool beans.
We got 60 names that are going in to win some of these fun stuff, y'all.
I love it.
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah. And Casey, am I right that the very last one we're doing all the drawing, aren't we going to give some stuff to some of the people in the chat too? Isn't that correct? So even if you don't get on that list, you can still win.
We just like stuff.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep.
Just keep showing up.
Because if you've been staying with us the whole boot camp workout, we think you need a chance to pump some iron and win.
Yep.
Mighty Fury.
Remember we said roller coaster, so Casey brought us back to that moment. So now we'll get back with Monica. To have a little moment with Monica before we wrap up.
With Monica.
Okay. We have been talking about farm stands and making money and all these things. And tonight I want to come from Galatians chapter 6, verses 1, 2, and 3. And the Bible says, brothers and sisters, if a person is discovered in some sin, you who are spiritual, restore such a person in spirit of gentleness. Pay close attention to yourselves so that you are not tempted too. Carry one another's burdens. And in this way, you will fulfill the law of Christ. And verse 3 is where I really want to pay attention, because it says in verse 3, For if anyone thinks he is something when he is nothing, he deceives himself. And I feel like sometimes we really have to pay attention to doing what God says and carrying one another's burdens. We are in this together. We are a community. And in Christ, we're also supposed to encourage one another and carry those burdens, because it's important for us to encourage those people. But also we need to remember that there are times where we need to confess our sins and talk to other people and let those people help us, and not be so prideful to think we can do everything on our own, because we cannot. It says, if anyone thinks he is something when he is nothing, he deceives himself. Don't deceive yourself. You can't do it all by yourself. You need to lean in and press onto people around you. Press onto those who know, press into your community, and press into godly people, Christians out there that want to encourage you and want to lift you up, and they want to bear your burdens as well, because that's what Christ wants from us. So in that word and just all of that, just remember, you are so valued and we care about you. And we are here to share with you each week. And we want to share with you what we know, but we also want, you to know that we care about you, but we also, hopefully you care enough about us to share what you're knowing with us. Does that make sense? Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I hope you remember to lean in on those who care about you. And don't be so prideful to share those burdens with those around you.
I love that.
I do
because
too.
Me too.
we need each other as a human race. We need each other to be able to build and to continue and to be strong.
And sometimes pride is our downfall. Well, I think all the time our pride is our downfall. If you're too proud to share with people what you need help with, then you're going to be the one floundering.
That's right.
So,
Monica, will you close us out and say goodnight?
Hey,
before we go though, this is the last time in this blue room, y'all.
We're so proud of you, Casey.
What?
We're so proud of you. Yay. Everybody give Casey a little hand clap in the chat. We are very proud of you.
We're tired of seeing Casey in front of a blue wall. This is
bye blue wall.
Bye. Yeah, bye blue wall. Bye.
Well, hey, we are so happy. We're so proud of you, Casey, for doing these things and making big changes. And we're thankful for everybody that's here tonight. We really are so excited to share with you each week. And we're happy that you're sharing with us what you're learning. And we want to continue. It's a give and take. And we appreciate you so much. And so until next week, we love you and we will see you later. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye. Good night, everybody. Well, that was fun.